Hey guys, it's me Bailey here and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm starting a brand new series. We'll talk about that in a second, but I do want to say I'm a little bit more hyper than usual. I've had a bit of caffeine and I don't usually drink any caffeine whatsoever. I hate coffee so much. I'm definitely not the only one that feels that way, but it seems like it because everyone in my life besides my mom just loves coffee so much. My dad drinks his coffee black. Can you imagine? I've had like a really sweet coffee before, like it was crazy, and I hated it so much. I thought it was so disgusting, so I can't even imagine drinking black coffee. Anyway, let's not judge him. So yeah, I am a little bit more hyper than usual. Also, I feel like I've been becoming a little bit more confident recently, which I've been doing this every day for a while now, so I would assume that I should be more confident, but it's just difficult for me to talk to myself. It's definitely a weird thing, and I'm not good at tripping up and then recovering. That's not something that I do. I usually just cut that out, or usually I start over, so I need to work on that, but I am becoming a little bit more confident, which is really good because I do enjoy doing this, and I feel like my lack of confidence really stops me from my full potential, you know? So anyway, let's not get too deep. So yes, I am starting a new series on my channel. I hope your day's been going well, by the way. I feel like, of course, we all know that 2020 has been a terrible year, but also my friends, both in real life and online, have been going through some personal things, so I just really hope that you're doing well. My day has been kind of interesting. Today's been uneventful. I've been playing Subway Surfer. I don't know what it is. I saw the TikToks and I was like, you know what? I've never downloaded this before. I used to be a Temple Run champion. I am not kidding you. I could have possibly gone pro. I was so good. 8-year-old me was beating world records. Okay, let me tell you. So the vibes are back when it comes to Subway Surfers, and I don't know. G Fuel might sponsor me soon. Have any flavor ideas? Let me know. I'm kidding, but not about my talent. I'm really good at Subway Surfers, so that's been really fun. Yesterday and the day before, I had to go out into the world. It was cringe. I don't really like talking about this all that much, and this video is meant to be fun, so I'm only going to talk about it for a second, but I do have pretty bad social anxiety, and I've been to a therapist about it. I think I've done about 5 sessions at this point. She's helped me a bit, but honestly not that much. I would recommend going to therapy if you do have social anxiety or anxiety in general, but I also feel like she didn't help me all that much, which is a little bit sad, but I was doing really well right before COVID hit, and then I saw myself regress back into my ways of like dreading leaving the house and dreading going to Zoom meetings, which just doesn't make sense because I should have been happy, you know, because I didn't have to go to actual classes. So I just saw all my progress vanish when COVID hit, so it's a little bit sad. I haven't left the house in a while, so we had to go dress shopping because I said this in my last voiceover, but my school is taking senior photos really soon and they're not providing any dresses or tuxes for us, of course, because of COVID, so I had to go out and actually get a black dress because I didn't have one, and it took a long time. It didn't take as long as I expected. I think by the time we got to the 3rd store, we actually found a dress that looked nice, but we didn't have any luck when it came to shoes. I just wear sneakers, you know, I don't like heels all that much, so I don't own a pair, so we had to get a pair of heels, and we didn't want it to be too expensive because like I'm only gonna wear these once or twice, so that was a trip. That was an absolute journey. We had to go to multiple places, but finally I got the perfect outfit and I'm gonna be ready. So that's what my day was like yesterday, and then today I've just been chilling. I hope that your day's been going really well. I think you'll see this on maybe like the 8th of August. I'm not sure. My schedule is all over the place. But anyway, okay. It's been 4 minutes. Let's talk about Crypidcore. So I'm doing this series. It's a little bit weird and I don't know if people are going to like it, but in this series I'm going to be renovating apartments based off of different aesthetics. Originally I did want episode 1 or part 1. Don't flatter yourself, Bailey. I wanted part 1 to be cottagecore because I feel like people are really familiar with cottagecore and it would just help because I don't think people are all that familiar with Crypidcore or adventurecore or the other cores that I have written down. I'm gonna stick to the ones that have core in the name. I don't know if that means anything, but I'm gonna stick to them for at least the beginning, and if you guys recommend anything, I'll definitely look into them. But anyway, I just think that Crypidcore is so charming. I needed it to be part 1. I think it's just so fun, a little bit spooky, but in a good way. Originally I thought that I was gonna talk in like a low voice and maybe put rain sounds in the back, but that's just not the person I am. I smile when I talk. It's a weird habit that I have. A couple of people have picked up on it before. I don't mind it. I don't think that it diminishes like the quality of my voiceovers, but because of that habit, I'm unable to kind of make creepy videos work, if that makes sense, so I'm not gonna do that. But yes, this aesthetic is based off of the idea of cryptids and the unknown, so Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, ghosts, UFOs. One that I hadn't heard of before is the Oklahoma octopus. There are a bunch of different kind of serpents and octopi that are in the Midwest. I think that that's just so charming. Isn't it really cute? Maybe not cute. Cute's not the right word to describe it, but it's really spooky in a fun way. So I thought that the two people who live here are roommates, and they are kind of like cryptid hunters. So they have normal jobs. I think one of them works at a comedy club. I thought that he was really charismatic and he loves making people laugh. So he works at like a bar or a comedy club type thing, and then the other one is a writer, but he's not super successful. I thought that maybe he is super unmotivated at the moment. So, you know, he lives with his friend, he's struggling a little bit financially, he's probably a recluse, but something that he really enjoys is going out with his roommate at night into the woods and trying to find cryptids and trying to be the ones that will actually prove whether or not these things exist. I thought that was a really fun storyline. I also add these fairy lights everywhere. I originally wanted them to be in the rainbow swatch, and I do put the rainbow ones in one of the bedrooms just because, of course, it was giving me Stranger Things vibes. I've actually never seen that show. I know it's huge, and almost every single teenager at this point has seen that show. I've never seen it. I think I would enjoy it, but I don't know. I have the attention span of a goldfish, so I'm not really into TV shows. But I do know that that show takes place, I believe, in the 80s in a small town, and that is very reminiscent of Crypidcore. Another show that just fits the Crypidcore aesthetic so well is Gravity Falls. I was obsessed with that show as a kid. I feel like even today I could rewatch it and I would really enjoy it. If you don't know the premise of that show, it's just two twins who go around and search for cryptids, and there's a ton of different mysteries. It's really well written for a kid show, at least from what I can remember. I remember that there was a game on DisneyChannel.com, whatever the Disney website is, and I could never beat it. It was a Gravity Falls themed game, and you had to solve different mysteries, and I just could not solve any of the mysteries. It was pretty difficult, but I have a lot of good memories from playing that game. Anyway, yeah, that show is just so reminiscent of Crypidcore. By the way, you just saw that I forgot to place doors into the bedroom, so I had to switch a lot of things around, but I tried to include like flashlights and backpacks and maps and like gnomes everywhere, alien statues. I just wanted this apartment to really fit the aesthetic. Another show that really fits the whole Crypidcore vibe is BuzzFeed Unsolved. Now, I'm not a big fan of BuzzFeed. 12-year-old me liked BuzzFeed a lot, but not anymore. I don't know, they just made a lot of weird decisions. But BuzzFeed Unsolved is a really good show. So basically, there's these two hosts. One is named Shane and one is named Ryan, and they go around to kind of flip-flop between true crime stuff and paranormal stuff. I really do prefer the paranormal stuff, but it's a good show. I really would recommend it if you do want something that you can check out on YouTube. I was really inspired by Shane Dawson, my favorite cryptid. I don't know why Shane Dawson came into my mind, but Shane Madej, he is really funny, and he's like the more outgoing one of the two hosts. I guess you could call them hosts. They're just the two that run the show, but I thought that one of the roommates was very similar to him, and the other one, like I said, is a writer, and I feel like he might have agoraphobia, so he doesn't leave the house except for in the middle of the night when no one's around. So while it is a little bit scary when they go cryptid hunting, I also think that he finds a lot of solidarity in it, and he also really enjoys basing his writing off of what they do. So that was kind of a fun storyline. I know it's not that deep, but I just thought it would be really cute. Anyway, some other things about this aesthetic that I thought were really interesting. Of course, the main thing is cryptids, and when you look up Crypidcore, you will see a ton of pictures of just like things in the woods that kind of are shaped like humans, but you can tell that they definitely aren't. It's, again, really creepy, but in a fun way. Also, conspiracy theories are a big thing in this community, not just about Bigfoot or the Oklahoma octopus, but about things that the government may or may not be hiding from us. I don't know, let me know if you believe in any of these things, or if you don't, just let me know your viewpoint on it. But anyway, we're getting to the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, a like would be very appreciated. Also know that I post new videos every other day, so if you want to be notified whenever I post, you can subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!